Hello, today I'll talk about asynchronous backing, which is one of the most anticipated upgrades on Polkadot to date. I'll explain how it works, what it brings, and how much it will increase transaction throughput on Polkadot's Parachains. Asynchronous backing is the next big Polkadot upgrade that will greatly increase Parachains performance and Polkadot's ecosystem scalability. Asynchronous backing is the first major scaling optimization to Parachains since first Parachains launched in early 2021. So asynchronous backing will bring a significant performance boost to the entire Polkadot ecosystem. Asynchronous backing will benefit each participant in Polkadot, Parachains and dApp builders and also users, as it will allow for much better UX when using dApps. Now how asynchronous backing works. At this moment, every new block produced by Parachains references a relay chain block as its anchor, so the block on the Polkadot relay chain can be viewed as a parent to the latest block generated by a Parachain. Up until now, Parachain blocks could only use the most recent block on the Polkadot relay chain for backing as its relay chain parent, but this is now changing with the arrival of asynchronous backing. So now the latest block produced by a Parachain can only refer to and be backed by the latest block on the Polkadot relay chain, meaning the latest Parachain block and relay chain block are somewhat synchronized. That's why this current backing mechanism is called synchronous backing. Just to clarify what backing of Parachain blocks means, backing is the process during which parablocks are verified by a subset of validators on the Polkadot relay chain. The problem this synchronization brings is that it limits Parachain's throughput. Also, currently Parachain blocks can only be proposed for validation by validators on the Polkadot relay chain every other relay chain block, which means the block on the relay chain currently lasts 6 seconds, while on Parachains twice as much, 12 seconds. If you go to Polkadot.js UI and click Network and Explorer, you will see that block generation on Polkadot relay chain takes 6 seconds, while on Parachains it's 12 seconds. So whereas synchronous backing that is currently still in use requires Parachain blocks to be backed by the most recent relay chain block, asynchronous backing loosens this constraint. Asynchronous backing desynchronizes relay chain growth from Parachain's growth, which will allow Parachain collators to propose Parachain blocks to be backed using older relay chain blocks as their parent. And that's why asynchronous backing is such a game changer, as it enables Parachain collators to create pipelines of multiple Parachain blocks that haven't yet been included in the relay chain, and that will lead to substantially increased scalability of Parachains. So with asynchronous backing, Parachain blocks can be sent to validators on Polkadot relay chain for backing every relay chain block, decreasing Parachain block time to 6 seconds. And what will be the benefits of asynchronous backing for Parachains? Asynchronous backing will enable two main things. First, it will improve the Parachain block capacity, which means asynchronous backing will increase usable block space in Parachain blocks. And second, it will decrease parablock time, which is the time it takes collators to generate Parachain blocks, from currently 12 seconds to 6. Parachain block execution time will be increased 4 times from the current half a second to 2 seconds. That means 4 times greater space in each parablock, which means 4 times more data will fit in each new parablock. And additionally, the decrease in Parachain block production time from 12 seconds to 6 will lead to an additional 2x increase in Parachain throughput, increasing the amount of work every Parachain can do. So all this will lead to an 8x improvement in Parachain throughput and hence to substantial scaling improvements of Parachains. And now the most important thing, the benefits that AB will bring to developers and dApp users. Asynchronous backing will make possible agile core time, which will enable to allocate block space in a more flexible and cost-efficient way. Polkadot's agile core time will offer by far the most advanced and the most quality and secure block space currently available on Web3 market. As far as I know, there is no other blockchain offering agile core time. Agile core time functionality will offer instantaneous access to block space that can be purchased on a pay-as-you-go basis, and also the sale of bulk core time on a 4-week basis for all Parachains and applications that need to be operating on Polkadot's core constantly. Agile core time will also enable for a secondary market with block space, meaning Parachains will be able to buy and sell block space that has been already purchased. So overall, Agile core time enabled by asynchronous backing is a very bullish thesis for the Polkadot ecosystem for the foreseeable future. And as for dApp users, since Parachain throughput will significantly increase, meaning much more transactions being processed in less time, user experience on dApps will be greatly enhanced. So the new era of scaling on Polkadot is arriving. Asynchronous backing is Polkadot's solution to congestion and high transaction fees that users experience on Ethereum, while still ensuring the same security guarantees and level of decentralization. Granted, Polkadot's Parachains don't currently experience congestion, but once the adoption of Parachains grows, Polkadot ecosystem will be ready to maintain great UX for users of Parachain dApps thanks to asynchronous backing. AB is currently being tested on Polkadot's testnets. Here is the latest tweet by Robert Habermeyer from September 13th, stating that asynchronous backing is in the last phases of testing. Once testing is done, the governance proposal to deploy AB on Kusama will follow, and once it goes live on Kusama, I would expect at least a few months later, asynchronous backing will be deployed on Polkadot. So there are many reasons to be very excited about asynchronous backing, as it will bring the whole new era of scaling for Polkadot and also a new strong narrative for the next year. Thank you for watching.